Affinity Sports Instructions for Scheduling Game Pairings by Date. Log in as a district director, league director, or age group coordinator. Once logged in, you'll click on the Tournament and Gaming tab. In the left-hand navigation, you'll click on Flight Schemas, then Play Levels. In this example, I'm assigned to one age group, boys under 15. When I click on this flight, it opens up the flight schema details. In this example, it's showing me I have one group of 12 teams. To edit this, I can click on the teams where it says 12. And as an example, let's say I'm going to have 9 teams this season. I can delete this and save in my teams. If your teams are already saved into positions, you can skip this step. Otherwise, you're going to want to save in the teams for your league. When I have an uneven amount of teams, we'll want to schedule in a bye team. Okay, so I have 9 teams and I'm going to make my 10th team a bye. Click Save. And back to rounds. Now the system is showing me I have one group of 10 teams. Okay, I want to get my games correct. Okay, so I click on where it says games and I'm going to delete my games here because it was previously set for 12 teams. When I click the button Automatically Create Games, I want to then verify that I have games for 10 teams. That's 9 teams with my bye. So after I click Automatically Create Games, I can click the View button. Perfect. In the upper left-hand corner, I can see I've got 9 teams and a bye, all playing 4 home and 4 away. Now I'm going to show you game scheduling by date. When I click the Back to Rounds button, the first thing I can do is I can set a blackout date. So any date that you want to skip when scheduling, you can add a blackout date, and the system will skip that date when scheduling. So as an example, if I want to skip March 15th, I can add this as a blackout date. So I've added March 15th as a blackout date to run my schedule. Okay, you can add as many blackout dates as needed. Once I've added my blackout dates, I can click back on my games, and I have the correct number of games here, and where it says click here to show the tool to assign games. So what we do here is we pick the first date we're going to use to schedule the pairings on. So if I'm going to start scheduling in March, and I'm going to pick the first Sunday, and I'm going to have the schedule recur on Sundays, I check everything but Sunday, and I've told the system that if we're going to start on March 1st, I click the Assign Game Date button. What the system does is it's assigning the dates to these pairings, and it starts with the 1st, and then based on the blackout date that I set for the 15th, it then jumped to the 8th and then skipped the 15th. I click the Save Date button, and I've created my schedule date pairings. I can click on this box with the 3 dots to get a quick view of the schedule. And additionally, next to any teams that have additional blackout date violations, it's going to show me an exclamation point next to any one of these games. If I need to adjust any of these games, I can use the calendar and just change these games on the fly. At this point, I've scheduled my game date pairings. I can review this information by clicking on the Publish in the left-hand navigation, click on the non-bolded words for the flight, and we're going to see my tentative schedule. Here it shows my 9 teams with my bye and the dates I've scheduled for these games. If the schedule looks correct, I can click on Publish, and click Stats Visible, Accepted Visible, Bracket Visible, Schedule Visible, Stats Visible, Manual Publish and Auto Publish, Save Changes and Publish Selected Flights, and I've pushed my schedule out to the public view. If I need to make any changes, I can click on Scheduling, assign game schedule manually, choose the flight that I'm working on, and search. If I need to change a date for any one of these games, I can change it on this page. As an example, if I want to change this game right here to February, we're going to put this on February 22nd. I can choose a date and just click Save. And the system has updated that game pairing to February 22nd. At this point, you can release your schedule to your field assigner and make any published changes as needed. Thank you. Feel free to contact us if you have any additional questions with this process.